Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, everybody. How are we feeling today? Are we feeling pretty good on this Monday? Hopefully we are. Hopefully we are. So Miss Eboni K Williams doubled down on what she said on the Breakfast Club a couple of days ago. So I can't play the Breakfast Club clips. But I'm gonna try to just give you the audio of the clips, okay? So that you can at least hear it and what I say will have more context to it. Okay. How many of you saw her appearance just recently on the Breakfast Club? I wonder how many of you saw that. Because she doubled down, and listening to her conversation with the other lady really anybody that think Eboni has turned over some type of new leaf, she didn't, and we knew that she didn't. It's just the only thing is that she knows she at the wall, right? Trips me out when they agree with Kevin Samuels and still throw shade at Kevin, but they have to admit where they are in their lives and that he was correct. They hit the wall going 1,000,000 miles per hour, and then they don't want nobody to notice. Don't want nobody to say that they hit the wall. You hit it, boo-boo. You hit it, boo-boo kitty. And I think the thing that I want to point out more than anything is the fighting for the delusion. Precisely. She be trying to spin them failures as triumphs and wins, and they are not, baby. Baby, your unhappiness is written all over you. Her unhappiness with where she is in her life is written all over her demeanor. It's written all over her choice of words. It's written all over how mean she is. She's a mean-spirited woman. She's a mean-spirited woman. Eboni K, I hope somebody show her that. I know she listened to my channel. You want to know how I know Eboni K listened to me? She probably hate watch. She probably hate watch me. I suspect very, very many so-called bigger media channels hate watch me. But I'm gonna tell y'all how I know she do. Because she's talking about value systems. Don't nobody else on YouTube talk about that. Nobody else on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and nowhere else talk about value systems the way that I do. So the fact that in her last statement to go viral, she talked about matching value systems. Hi, Ebony. How you doing, Boo Boo Kitty? How you doing, Boo Boo Kitty? I know you gonna watch this, Boo Boo Kitty. So because I know you watching, Boo Boo Kitty, I'm gonna tell you that you mean. You're very mean and you're very rude. And you're very mean-spirited. You're a very spiteful person. And this isn't even something that is relative to womanhood or manhood. You're just not a very pleasant person. I can tell you're not pleasant to talk to or to be around. Your energy is very haughty, very stuck up, very elitist, and you let that come out of your mouth. And then not only does it come out of your mouth, it comes out of your actions. It comes out of your energy. It comes out of how you address people. So you can't get a man because of that. Even outside of your masculine energy that you be in, Miss Williams. Outside of that very masculine energy that you're in, you're also not a pleasant person. I can just tell that from the way that you interact, the way that I've seen you. If you interact with people on a public and a professional platform, the way that you do with the energy that you do, I can imagine what you do when you feel relaxed in private and on a personal note. I can just imagine. You got a little stinking sorority based attitude. And this is not even a shot to all of the women who are in sororities. But there are a few of you that, particularly depending on which sorority you joined and the persona that you like to put out, you got that you very much have that nose in the air, my boo-boo don't stink type of look energy. And you, frankly, you too old to carry it. You might have got away with that in college, in your 20s, okay? Light skin, long hair, aka attitude. But you're 40 now, and you too old for that. You too old for the boo-boo kitty attitude. Too old for the boo-boo kitty. The boo-boo kitty act is old. Do y'all know what I'm talking about when I say boo-boo kitty? I got boo-boo kitty from that show Empire used to come on with Taraji. That in there, I think it was the first season or whatever, she was referring to Lucius' little light-skinned wife or whatever as boo-boo kitty. And it fit her to a T. It fit that type of woman to a T. So these women are boo-boo kitties. They boo-boo kitties. Ebony is an older boo-boo kitty. You too old for the boo-boo kitty. You done boo-boo and kitty all the way to single land. And it's unfortunate because the fact of the matter is, Miss Williams, I can see that you clinging to it. You know that you should no longer have this persona. But you won't allow yourself to climb down off of that little high horse and be a woman. And just be a woman. And be a woman to a man. And understand that being a woman to a man doesn't take away from you, it adds to you. Being a woman to a man doesn't make it where you didn't get your law degree. Being a woman to a man don't make it where you didn't join a sorority. Being a woman to a man don't make it where you don't earn the income, or you don't own the home, or you don't own the car, or whatever it is that you own, or whatever accolades you think that you have earned. Being a woman to a man does not detract from that. It does not subtract from those things. Because no matter what you say, I know that you want to be a woman to a man, but you can't pull your head out of your butt long enough to do it. Thank you, Keith. Said the sisterhood will never accept change because they refuse to accept accountability and femininity. And we're going to definitely talk about that. And thank you so much, Steve. Said just got in. Yeah, I'm already cooking. And thank you so much, sweetheart. And please excuse the dog that your neighbor has a husky. And if you know anything about huskies, huskies are going to sing you the song of their people no matter what. I like huskies, but they're very talkative dogs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some of the audio. She's speaking to another lady, and she's on the Breakfast Club, and she is Chicken Boo. Because the way she be holding her mouth, she look like Chicken Boo. But you know, she a couple of things. A hyena being one of them. So I'm gonna let you hear the audio. Hopefully, we don't get in trouble for the audio. And I'm gonna let you hear her talk and the other lady talk. And we're gonna dissect the mindset that's keeping the sisterhood both unchanged and a failed institution. So let's see if we can share the screen real quick. But also, I don't want to let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. We're going to just put the little screenshot up. That's how we going to do that. So y'all will be able to hear her.
The disagreeing for me came with the starting with the infertility and the market value, the appreciating. So with the infertility, I know I said this yesterday, some stuff is science, right? You can't get around that. But I feel like when you start with that and you lead with that, it then makes people get defensive and they don't even hear the rest of it. I know when I first listened to it, I was like, oh God, this is going to be another one of those conversations where like someone's telling me as a woman, by the time you get this age, your life is over. And you know, when you're like trying to figure things out and you're like, I'm 31 years old, right? Like I'm recently out of a very long relationship. You want to feel, not I heard, who told you? Charlemagne.
Charlemagne told me. Jesus Christ.
Charlemagne told me, Lord, you know.
But I feel
don't
like,
worry, there's life after. Go ahead, sis.
I know, but that's my point. It's like, for me, I made a very conscious decision with a lot of things in my life. Going to college, being in the relationship that I was in, not being in that relationship, even with my like recent, you know, back and forth to East Coast, West Coast, like I've always had to be very conscious and cognizant of the fact that like, you know, as a woman, as a Black woman, right, especially working in the space that I work in, I might not get that other chance. Like I got to do it right the first time. And I think
you're talking about professionally,
professionally and personally.
Okay.
And only because that's.
And what are your personal goals? Just so we're clear, you want marriage?
My
and
personal
children
goals. I want marriage.
and that
I want
nuclear
children. Yes.
family foundation.
I want all of that.
Great.
I don't even have a number of kids. Once we start, we start. I just want
no,
twins
we're
first.
not gonna get into the minutiae of that.
But yeah, but
yes,
I would.
Okay.
I'm going to be an amazing mom. But I just feel like when you lead with the stuff that you lead with, it instantly turns the conversation negative. And for someone like me who is watching and learning and listening to you, it makes it where now I am defensive. I don't want to watch, listen, and learn. I don't hear the rest of what you're saying. So now I'm not being taught. And I should feel like I can listen to you and learn from you and not feel like you're the op, right? And that's how it starts off when you instantly are telling me everything negative about what I already am facing every single day. And I think that that's a big part of it too, is like when you put certain truths in front of people, it hurts. People don't want to hear it. Sure. But beyond that, like you can't get around the infertility. The second thing was the market value, right? I don't agree. Like, I don't know where you were at 31, but for me, I feel like I'm just now getting to the space where like the people that I'm able to, or not even able to, but the people that I'm dating, the life experiences that I'm experiencing that are teaching me what I want, what I don't want. I'm right now in the best space that I've ever been in. And that wasn't me in college. I didn't know what I wanted in college. I didn't know who I was in college. I seen nothing, haven't done anything. I didn't agree with that. But so, go ahead.
Now, okay, now, before we continue on, I want y'all to understand that the other lady is coming from a standpoint of her feelings. I didn't feel like I wanted to hear you because I automatically felt defensive because what you said hit me where I lived. So when you said what you said and it hit me where I lived, I shut down instead of listening more intently and I was unable to put my emotions to the side in order to hear a truth that I actually needed to hear. I couldn't do it because you said something that was true. Because if it wasn't true, I wouldn't have got triggered by it. See, I don't get triggered by stuff that's not real. You see what I'm saying? If somebody tell me, you know what I'm saying, girl, I know you know what I'm saying, was born on Mars and your daddy was born on Jupiter and you're not even from Earth. See, I'm not triggered by that because that's stupid. You see what I'm saying? It's not true. It's a complete lie. So therefore, there's no reason for me to become triggered by that. I'm gonna laugh that off. If I even let you finish your sentence, I'm gone because that was so ignorant that it doesn't even warrant me to continue to listen to that, and let alone become triggered by things and try to be put on the defensive about it. Now, if somebody said, well, you got on yellow today and yellow is an ugly color and you look ugly in it, then okay, you might kind of get me there because I do got on yellow. I do have on yellow. And if you say I'm ugly in the yellow and I feel a type of way about that, then I might feel a type of way about that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So only things that are actually true, if you feel insecure about those things, or you know that those things are wrong, or you know that those things reflect badly upon you, and somebody points it out and somebody brings it up and somebody tells it to you to your face, you're gonna start feeling a type of way. You're gonna get triggered. You're gonna get triggered. So when Eboni said that mustard seed of truth, now let's be clear, it was a mustard seed of truth because Eboni has a contempt for Black men specifically. She don't like other women. Eboni don't like nobody, and she lets that be known as she talk. Eboni don't like nobody. She don't even like the girl she talking to. She gonna throw a little shade her way because she gonna tell her that her message was not for her. That her message was for collegiate women, women who was in college and women who were directly out of college. And so therefore, and women who was elite and women who was sorors and women who was all these things that woman was not. And she gonna tell her it didn't even apply to you, so you shouldn't have got mad. Now, the folly with that is that it applied to too many Black women to where they don't understand that the best possible opportunity that they have to get married is in their youth, and they squander it. They squander that. They squander it in whole phases, quote unquote. They squander it having a bunch of babies. Let's talk about it for a minute, because she talking about Black women being able to get a man in college. But I'm going to tell you this much. How many single mothers are entering into college? Because these women is not waiting until they in their 30s to get these babies. A lot of times these women are having at least 1 to 2 children in their teen years, very early 20s. And then they'll call themselves getting themselves together and going to school, but you already got 1, 2, maybe 3 kids. So your chances of getting a husband as you go into college is slim. Number one, for a couple of reasons. Number one, because you're not groomed to get a husband. So you're not wife-minded. You are not thinking in the capacity to become a wife. That's number one. Number two, you're a ready-made family. That disqualify you from so many different men. It's not funny. I don't care how young you are, how fine you are, or none of that. I don't care. Don't no man want to get with you and you a ready-made family and he trying to build his life. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So Becky, okay, and Lee Soon and Ma Ying, okay, and Araceli and them, they going into school without no kids. See, Laura can go into school, do what she doing, don't come up with no kids, and get married coming out of school. If you're a Black girl and didn't have a kid going in, you're probably gonna have one coming out without no husband. Especially if you're going to get an advanced degree. That's 3 to 4 more years of schooling. Y'all is dropping down with kids by that time. No husband in sight. Eboni don't want to talk about that part. She doesn't talk about that part. All that she want to do is blame the men for it being, quote unquote, so few of them that are available and blah, 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 blah. What she's not talking about is how the women disqualify themselves. Even in their prime years. That single motherhood speeds you up to that wall, baby. That single motherhood got you real, got you nose to nose with that wall. You could be 22 and fine. You got 3 kids, wall. And you got an attitude. You don't understand that your dating market value and all that kind of stuff. Interesting how she's talking about your belonging market value and your personal. It's interesting. Hi, Eboni. So now she want to talk about market values, dating market value, sexual market value, all the things that not only Kevin Samuels talked about when he talked about the sexual market value, but I'll talk about your personal market value, your marriage market value. She mentioned that specifically. Your marriage market value. See, that's me. Hi, Ebony. You can go and type in the chat, Ebony. It's okay. Thank you again, Keisa. Ebony K. Just remember, hyenas destroy and eat their own. Exactly. Thank you, Alton. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for your contribution. So the first initial reason for the pushback from the sisterhood was that the other lady mentioned it. She shut down because feelings. Now she want to tone police. So it doesn't matter where the message is coming from. If they don't feel coddled and ego stroked as you talk to them, these hyenas are not going to listen. The kicker, excuse me, is that when you do coddle them, they still don't listen. That gives them an excuse to and wiggle room to not be able to take accountability for what you're saying to them. Oh, well, that's not me, and make excuses and all that type of stuff. And see, this is what we're not doing. This is what we're not gonna do. That's why they had a love-hate for Kevin. They loved going over there, hearing what he had to say, and then hated what he had to say. And then hated that he wouldn't sugarcoat it for him. Nobody's gonna sugarcoat all of this foolishness with you because you do too much. And the other reason we're not gonna sugarcoat these things is because you don't do these things out of ignorance. Y'all are not ignorant of the outcome. You're not ignorant of what you do. You're not ignorant of the dysfunction and all of the negativity that comes with the decisions that you make. Y'all are not ignorant of this stuff. So we're not gonna coddle and try to teach you as if you don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Y'all be knowing what y'all do. Y'all know y'all got a bunch of kids with a bunch of baby daddies, and that's destructive to the community. Y'all know that already. Y'all know that having this contempt and hatred for the men is destructive to the community, and it is what's the word I'm looking for? It's the antithesis of family creation and community creation and the strength of the community. Y'all already know this because y'all have been getting told this for years now. So you know. So we're not going to spoon feed the truth to you as if you are unaware of this. You're very much aware. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. It's detrimental to the family and family creation. So y'all already know what y'all do is negative and wrong. Y'all already understand that. So we're going to listen a little bit more.
Yeah, let's just, because you put two big ones out, and let's break them down before we get ahead of ourselves. Young Black lady, not consume. So when I was giving the advice, the strategy, the game, putting, certain people up on some game, I'm talking to a very limited pool of young Black ladies, the ones that are currently in school or immediately following school or graduate school. And then the other caveat, I'll say, the other place this information is in real time relevant to are the mothers or even the fathers of those young women. That's who this is for. So this is actually not even applicable to you, Lauren. So let me finish.
No,
right,
no,
I have to finish because
wait, hold on.
I have to finish my thought.
I just want to wait before you finish your thought.
Okay.
I just want to let's rewind a little bit, because I also think too, the reason why people also, because not just me or the people, because even the people it's meant for, I'm sure some of them did the same exact thing as well,
and
too,
some
right?
did not.
Right, and some did not.
And some did not. Right. Because you read all the comments, right?
Yeah, I did.
And
but what I think
really
happens is with you, and I saying this in the most respectful way, I think that the way that you approach things, like even this conversation right now, it can make it does that. It dilutes the whole point of
for you,
you're talking
Lauren.
to me specifically.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
said you agreed with Eboni, though.
I agree with certain parts of it, but I think that my whole point of what I'm saying, right? Because right now I feel like you're taking what I didn't agree with and the fact that I don't remember specific words or whatever you said. No, I'm not,
Lauren. Really, I really think this would be better served and more productive if it's kind of like an opening statement in a court of law. I gave you a good amount of time to lay out two prongs of disagreement. And I respect and appreciate both of your positions. I'm not saying they are wrong. Look at Envy Messy. I'm not saying they're wrong at all. But I am saying that I don't know how productive it is to be the time, manner, and delivery police, right? So when we talk about, and also the nature of this work that we all do in this space of media and journalism, whatever we want to call it, right? It's very subjective in nature. So for everybody, Lauren, that takes your position, which is very valid, it was visceral to me. I found it triggering. It felt hurtful. I felt attacked. I felt policed. I felt shitted on, whatever it is. There's also a whole nother contingency of Black women that felt seen by that commentary, that felt heard. I had sorors coming up to me. We had a fundraiser. Shout out to the Pi Kappa Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We had a fundraiser that very night that commentary dropped. And I had sorors coming up to me who are more in my age group, right? Because that's the first thing we need to acknowledge. Yeah. Lauren and I are not the same age. Mm-hmm. There's a good 10 years between me and this lovely young lady. Mm-hmm. So I'm speaking from a purview of experience that looks a bit different. Not vastly so, but a bit different.
I agree.
And my peers who are 40 and up are like, I wish someone would have told me. And the fact that you are doing the labor, Eboni, you are doing the service of letting young girls that are currently in position to put themselves in best practices because they are currently in school or graduate school or shortly thereafter matters. And it's good that somebody is rolling up their sleeves and doing the work and having the conversation publicly that quiet as kept. Many pockets of Black elite culture are having with their children generationally every day. Many of my peers, Lauren, when I went to UNC Chapel Hill, who were Black, just like me and you, right? Mm-hmm. They were taught going into the front end of freshman year, keep your eyes open, get those grades, get that degree. I expect you to go to medical school or law school or PhD. And also, if you want the traditional model, and that's a big if, this is going to be the best time to be surrounded by the highest concentration of Black men that are also pursuing the educational and fiscal model that you are and you desire.
Now, I let her speak at length. I'm going to tell you why I allow her to do this. And I'll get to the super chats in a little bit. The reason why I allow her to speak at length is because I wanted y'all to hear her elitist mindset. See, there's a reason why she takes a consistent crap on Black men who don't have a specific social status. Okay? This is why I said earlier she too old for Boo Boo Kitty. Right? She too old for Boo Boo Kitty. I wanted y'all to hear her say it because I could not paraphrase her in a way that you could get it. Okay? What she's talking about, where she thinks she's from. She's trying to speak from this elitist Jack and Jill sorority, talented 10th, all of these subcultures of Black culture. That's where she's trying to speak from because that's where she thinks she's at. Okay, That's who she thinks she is. Okay, that's who she thinks that she is. She thinks that everybody is supposed to be in awe of her because this is the circle that she quote unquote come from. She's bougie and all this other type of stuff, right? So we supposed to be, and this is her folly. That was supposed to be enough to put her in the position in life that she wanted to be, both professionally and personally. What she's come to realize is that she is just like every other woman. You choose. You don't get both. You choose which one you want to prioritize. Just like most of these other women, instead of figuring out that you can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, meaning that you should be able to pursue some type of education and also prioritize a family. See, nobody told her that she could walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. She thought going to these particular schools, getting into particular profession, she thought, and she mentions in this, my aesthetic, she's talking about, I was a little light-skinned, long-hair girl. Long hair don't care. See, women do that colorism thing. Women do that. Women perpetuate that much more than men perpetuate it. So you could tell she was one of them chicks growing up that thought she was better just off the look. Just off the look. And the look, along with the sorority, along with the social, you know what I'm saying, how she was trying to position herself socially and economically, see, that was supposed to be enough. It's not. A surprise, surprise, surprise. Wall came for you too, did it not? So somebody told her that she was going to be better than everybody else if she, position herself a certain way. You need to get into this school. You need to join this sorority. You need to surround yourself by this type of people. You need to be able to rub shoulders with these people. You need to be able to go over here. You need to have this profession. So she, quote unquote, did everything right. She did everything right. That's why she mad. This is where the bitterness really come in at. Because she did everything she was, quote unquote, supposed to do to be elite and to be this boss chick that had the world at her fingertips. Oh, but it didn't happen like that. Now, did it? You didn't feed. You did not prioritize family, so you don't have a nuclear family. What you failed to understand was that the men, no matter if he was on a high socioeconomic status, mid-tier, or low, men want, generally speaking, the same thing out of women, no matter where he fall. No matter where he fall. She failed to understand a key thing, that the men that she's pursuing, or that she did pursue, that she's saying that other Black women want to pursue, don't want the boss chick. She gonna say it. She gonna tell on herself in a few. They don't want that woman. She learned that too late. She learned it too late. You heard what she told Iyanla earlier this year when she talked about, before the bus driver's statement was made, she talked about how she had dated different men from different ethnicities and social backgrounds, and none of them wanted her. And the way in which she has coped with that is by telling herself that they didn't want her because they not on her level. The same rhetoric that the other hyenas use. Oh, well, these men must have been intimidated by me, or they must have just not been on my level, or they must have just not, it was something wrong with them, not her. And through not selecting her, see, she was married before. So I have to backtrack on something that I said incorrectly. I said that she had not done it once. Apparently, she had been married once. So I'll correct myself. But she can't do it again. And she'll tell on herself about how she left her husband. How she had a nice ring on her finger. He was able to put a nice ring on her finger and she gave it back because she didn't want to be married anymore. Why? Because she thought she was better than that man. I guarantee you, the reason why she left him, she said she left him, not because they think that's a flex to say that they left their husbands, they broke their families. They think that hyenas think that that's a flex because they don't want to say that he left them because that would indicate that it was something wrong with them. What they don't understand is that you leaving your marriage, especially not being able to give a sufficient reason why you left your marriage, still makes you the bad guy. But anyway, she thought she was better than him. She thought she could do better than him. She thought she could find better than him. She probably divorced him at a time where her career was on an upward trajectory, and she thought she was still young enough, and therefore she would use her hypergamy the wrong way and dump the man instead of supporting him up through whatever he might have been doing. And she said, forget you, I'm going to go get me a ready-made baller. I'm going to go get me a ready-made man, a man that's already on the so-called level I'm trying to get to. I don't need to be trying to help build no man. I need to be getting a man that is already there because I'm worthy. And the reason why she thinks she was worthy is because she was upwardly mobile economically. Now she's telling everybody it didn't matter that she was upwardly mobile economically. That didn't help her in her personal life. It didn't make her more desirable. Now she's putting it off on age. Oh, well, I waited too long. No. You were married younger, sweetheart. When you were younger, you were chosen. You decided to be uncovered. You took the covering of your marriage off and couldn't find anybody else. I've done them all. Her words, not mine. So you ditched that man for whatever reason you call yourself ditched him, and turned around and couldn't replace him, couldn't find nobody. He was the only man that was willing to put up with you long term because he married you. To this day, that was probably a good 15 or maybe 20 years ago or something like that. To this day, she ain't found nobody to put a ring on it. To this day. Now, see, that she wasn't married to the man that was the white guy that left her. She wasn't married to him. This was before him. Thank you, Michael McCoo said you may not her message or what you saying. She might not hear it. But thank you for your contribution, sweetheart. Thank you, Well Bisa. Hyenas like Eboni K's biggest obstacle is pride. They just can't muster up the gumption to say people like you and Chaos are right. That pride demon just won't let them do it. It won't. And it's blocked her from more than that. It's blocked her from the life she wants. Can't let it go. Thank you again, Keith. Said hyenas don't have peace and tranquility among themselves. So how they can bring peace to a man? Because they can't. Thank you again, Alton. Said, wait. You can't finish your thought, but with all due respect, here's my thought for you to take and receive. Right. Thank you, Moguls, and much respect. Much respect to you, sweetheart. Thank you, the Kings. I had to disqualify someone today. Been listening to you on the road. You're 100% today. I have no time for the nonsense, over talk, back and forth, confusion, etc. with no true appreciation. F that. Exactly. Thank you, JS. And nowhere in this multi-generational conversation is respect, prioritization, or value for intelligent, educated Black men and boys. That's why SYSBM and Password Bros has evolved out of this disregard. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ms. Bella, says she said those relationships were insufficient. Exactly. Thank you, Patrick. Say Crimson, thank you for your expertise and devotion to the community. You are very welcome. Very welcome. Thank you so much. Rumor said Eboni was trying to backdoor her way into the boule. She was raised by a single mother, just like who she crapped on. Not only will she never be Mrs. Cartwright, she will never be in the Jack and Jill set either. No climbers accepted. You better say that again. Thank you so very much for that contribution. I appreciate it. So I'm going to let you hear more. I'm going to let you hear her say why she wasn't chosen. She going to tell on herself now. She don't think she told on herself here. But she about to tell exactly why she can't be married. The men that she wants, the men that she thinks she qualified for, don't want her for these reasons. Let me push this over here.
I believe that men mean well when they say they're looking for their Michelle Obama, when they say they're looking for the Beyonce to their Jay-Z, but they're lying.
Would you agree they can't handle that ego-wise as well?
I'm not going to go in that direction. What I am going to say is what they prioritize are the things you just laid out. They want a woman who is accommodating to them. They want a woman who, especially more successful men, they want a woman that when they say, hey, yo, I'm going to the south of France for 2 weeks, pack your bag, let's go. Let me tell you what they don't want to hear, Lauren. Oh, I got to go to LA to shoot Judge Eboni for 3 days. Oh, I got to go be at a conference in Florida for Black women attorneys gathering. Oh, I got to go to sorority thing.
Mhm.
It sounds like based on a true story.
It's all based on true story. I wouldn't lie.
Charlamagne, shut up. Let these women talk, please.
Yeah, no, but I'm glad he said that, because when you said that, I'm like, damn. So she
This
has
is my lived experience.
Yeah, you got some background, like personally.
There's a vulnerability in this conversation that I really want people to feel right now, because
and then you're just pointing out the delivery point that I was trying to make earlier. In your delivery, and I know content, right? And I understand what you do. You're really good at what you do, content-wise. It always causes these things.
I don't look
right?
like it. I know.
Period.
It's great.
But I think for me, like when I say that I disagree with those things that we talked about, what I wanted to make clear earlier was, and I think we kind of got to this, me disagreeing doesn't mean that what you're saying to me is just like, oh, this is BS. Oh, this isn't true. Like, because what I just said goes to a lot of the points that you made.
Right.
I think that the disagreement again comes in with how you say it, and we don't get that vulnerability, right? So me sitting here with you right now is like, this is what I want to feel when I see the content. I might not always get that though. And maybe it's not, like you said, it wasn't for me. It was for the girls that's still in college, right?
Correct.
But at the same time, it's placed on my timeline, so I get it and I feel it and I stop and I listen either way. But
I'm glad you do. Shout out to the team at the Griot. Go ahead.
What do you agree with those?
But I was going to get
Now, I want to point out what she said. She told everybody why she can't be chosen. Because they want a man that's agreeable, a woman that's agreeable. Let me go back so you can hear it.
They want a woman who, especially more successful men, they want a woman that when they say, hey, yo, I'm going to the south of France for 2 weeks, pack your bag, let's go. Let me tell you what they don't want to hear, Lauren. Oh, I got to go to LA to shoot Judge Eboni for 3 days. Oh, I got to go be at a conference in Florida for Black women attorneys gathering. Oh, I got to go to sorority thing.
It sounds like based on a true story.
It's all based on true story. I wouldn't lie.
Charlamagne, shut up. Let these women.
Did you hear her? What they don't want to hear is your career is stopping you from being my wife and my support system. I don't care about what you're doing. And when I say he don't care about what she's doing, it's not that men would not support a woman that has her own career or has her money or has her. It's not that they would not support. What the problem becomes is when what you do stops you from being what I need you to be to me in this relationship. Because for a woman, your work and career is not a prioritized over me. Because I'm your purpose. That's what she don't understand. You can have that. I can do this. I can do this. I can come here and be Crimson Cure and do live streams and talk to y'all and all this good stuff. My husband is quite supportive of all of that. He would not be as supportive of me doing this if doing this stopped me from being his wife. If the things that he needs from me get overshadowed by, oh, well, I got to do this show, or oh, I got to, do this interview, or oh, I got to do this work, or oh, I got to cut these videos, or if this overshadowed my relationship with him and it stops me from being the wife that he need me to be to him, I bet you that all that support, he gonna be looking at me real crazy. Like, excuse me? Like, I know you doing your thing, and that's cool. Like, I ain't trying to really stop you from doing it. But you can't let that stop you from being my wife. You're my wife. So I'm a priority over that. I'm more of a priority to you than YouTube and live streams and videos. It is what it is. And when I accepted his proposal and when I accepted his nikah, I submitted all of that to him. And she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She still can't do it. See, they think submission is just about when he tell you to go in there and cook and wash this. See, that's not that's not the totality of submission. That's not even the root of it. That's not even the meat of it. Family is 3. Profession is 8. The only things that come before that man is God, my spiritual, and then my health. Cause I gotta be good spiritually, because if I'm not good spiritually, I'm not gonna be good to him. If I can't obey my Lord, I'm not gonna obey him. If I can't submit to my Lord, I'm certainly not gonna submit to him. My health gotta be on point. I gotta be fit and I gotta be healthy. I can't be a liability when it comes to that. You're obese, you got all kind of chronic health problems and all that other kind of stuff. Did nobody sign up for that. Not saying you can't never get sick, but didn't nobody sign up for these extracurricular health problems. And then family. Because if I'm right on the first 2, I can be right to him on that third one. That family can be right. And she's saying, I could not do that. I didn't do it. I didn't feel the need to do it at a time where I probably could have solidified a relationship, but I could not solidify the relationship because I didn't know profession was 8 and family was 3. I didn't know that. I put profession above. So when it came time to be his woman, I couldn't do it. I had other obligations to all these external organizations and people and things and events. Things that didn't cover me. The women at the female attorney expo or whatever, them women wasn't gonna give me no 4 P's. Them women wasn't finna lay they life down for me. Them women wasn't finna cover me. They just want to get somewhere and try to act like they all boss chicks and flex with one another. And that was important for me. That was important for me to be able to go over there and do that. More important than it was for me to support my man in his endeavor and what he was doing. The part she missed was that had she been more supportive of her husband or her man or her boyfriend, whoever he was, to her and what he was doing, he would have made a way to be supportive for her. Thank you, Kushansi said, women like Eboni K has poisoned every Black woman's mind out of a nuclear family, and it's sad. Very. Thank you, Miss 39 Dina. Thank you. Steppenwolf said, if women only stood on their purpose, we as Black community would be awesome. And thank you, Jabrina said, newly married here at age 48. If my husband said, pack your bags, let's travel the world, my bags will be packed. So as the word world is said, no games about or with him. Thank you so very much. And now finally, I want y'all to hear her contempt for men.
It's like
as you get to 40, the pool has shrunk further. 50, even more so. And I've dated
girl,
up
I'm gonna have
to
a man
late
before I'm
50s.
50.
Lauren, I don't think this is how most Black women want to do it. I know that you mentioned yesterday the egg freezing, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I think that is marketed, not
The
just
part I'm skipping over is her talking about how difficult it is to do the egg freezing and how that's not an ideal thing that she is doing. And it is a wealthy woman's option, not a poor woman's option or an average earner's option. And I agree with her. It is not. It's not easy whether you have the money to do so or not. But I'm trying to get to where they started taking calls.
we were very cavalier, not just you, right? But in general, with just IVF or just marry outside the race. Obviously, been there, done.
800
we're doing this up because
585.
get the
Every day.
bites when they
But
hit
the fact that she has to do it by herself is
Right. But
we ain't got all that much time, guys.
Okay, I like
800
this.
585 1051. Let's go. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our special guest host, Lauren LaRosa, is here, and Eboni K Williams is still here. We're having a grown-up discussion this morning, and we're opening up the phone lines and let you guys out there get a chance to chop it up with Eboni K Williams, all right? 800-585-1051, and we just want to say it's a respectful conversation. So as soon as the disrespect happens, we're banging on it.
That's right.
So
No bus drivers.
right now.
Okay, bus driver game has happened. We're on to something else now.
You stop it, Charlamagne.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Chris.
Hey, Chris. This is
I don't even think we should be
I don't
talking to guys.
want to hear from any men.
I don't think we
This
should be
is not
talking
for
to no
men.
men about
This is not a conversation for men to co-op and celebrate their mediocrity.
I agree.
Jesus.
Back to the bigotry of low expectations.
Y'all heard her do that? You heard her? All that man did was call in and say his name. The host said, I don't know if this is a conversation for men to have. She immediately fired shots. She don't know that man from nowhere. She don't know who that man is. She doesn't know where that man from. She doesn't not know what that man was going to say. She doesn't know. She don't know nothing. All that she immediately displayed her contempt specifically for Black men. This is not a conversation for me in the co-op and celebrate their mediocrity. She was back to the mediocrity. This is why the bus driver was not, quote unquote, good enough for her. Because a man without a title and status does not fit her idea of who she is. And because of that, exactly, that was who she really was. This is what led me to say that she's a spiteful, mean-spirited, evil, cold-hearted woman. Because she'll say something like that real flip. See, that Lauren girl that she was talking to was actually right on the money when she said what she said to Eboni. Like, your energy, throw off everything that you say because of the way you come off. You see what I'm saying? The way you come off. You come off real. And she does. And she does. That's who she is. That's really why Eboni K can't find no man worth nothing. Now, for all that bootleg bourgeoisie talk, how many of you know that the dude that she would never be seen in public with bust her down? Do we or do we not know that? That for all her fake bougie and she ain't gonna be seen, and she ain't gonna settle for this man and that man. The very dude that she swear to God could not even sniff her seat when she got up is the very one be pulling her hair, smacking her up, choking her slow, talking about, you my little B, ain't you? Ain't you? And she loved every minute of that. Because he the only one that don't care about her being mean or none of that. Because he don't want to be with her no way. And the way he have sex with her is the way he teach her a lesson. See, women like that go for dudes, certain dudes that teach them a lesson in that bedroom. They want to be taught a lesson. It's the only place they accept being in their feminine energy, where they can be submissive and be dominated over. So they'll go get the dude that they know gonna do her dirty in that bedroom. Did she go get that dude? Because she got to. She gotta do that. And where you find that dude? In the very places she swear to God she will not go and get a man. She make her way to the hood. She make her way on Tinder or somewhere where she try to be discreet because she a public figure. She don't want folks to out her. And she go get broke down. She go get a dude that's gonna take the D and smack her in the face with it. And he ain't got nothing but hard D and bubble gum, and he out of bubble gum. And he make her give him some money. She be happy to do it. She'll spend all that little money she was talking about. She spend it on him. She be buying him the latest, you know what I'm saying? The latest J's. She be somewhere blushing when he grab her by the back of the neck and be guiding her in the store to where he want the stuff bought. She be tingling when he grab her by the back of the neck. And he gone head on back to where he go. You know. And she go back to where she is in front like she would never touch that dude. He the dude had her all on her knees slobbing. She would never do that. For the man that she want to marry her, she'll act like she don't do that. But for the dude that break her down, that's all she do. The only thing she wished to God that dude that break her down was good enough in her eyes to be seen with. The only thing she had a little bit more sense than to get pregnant by him or move him into her house and all that time. So she didn't do that because she can't be seen with, you know, him among her little quote unquote elite friends. She can't be seen with him. But that's actually who she qualified for. And she will never admit it. Not to herself, not to nobody else in a million years. Am I right, Miss Williams? I know I'm right. Mad at him because you like him. Mad at that dude because you like that dude. Mad at him because he ain't trying to fit into your narrative of nobody. He don't care about what you talking about. Your little friends and all that kind of stuff. He don't care nothing about none of that. He be threatening you like he gonna pull up at your event in his Hyundai Tiburon that you bought him. And you don't want him to do that because that's gonna shame you. Because you shame of him. But he who you like. He who you like. You mad at him because you like him. Mad at yourself because you like that dude. You kind of low-key in love with him. You kind of low-key in love with him. But you just, your pride and your ego won't let you deal with him. He might not even be no kind of bum dude. He might just be a working class dude. All them little dudes don't be no bum dudes. He be a working class man. He just break her down. That's why she crap on blue collar men. See, now I get it. She crap on blue collar men because that's who she qualified for in reality, and not really qualified for them. Be based on her attitude and how she be acting. Not really qualified for them. But that's the dude that be breaking her down. That guy, he makes about $60,000, $70,000 a year. Blue collar working class dude. He's in his 40s. And he break her all the way off. And you know the other reason why she mad? Because he don't want her either. She tried one time, she tried to break down. I'm telling you, I know it. One time she tried to break down and act like she might get into a relationship with him, and he rejected that. Nah, we doing what we doing. Let's keep it like this. And I'm telling you, that hurt her whole soul. That hurt her whole soul when that dude was like, that's okay. We good, E. We good, Eb. Sorry, Eb. Come here. It's all right, though. I'm telling you, she mad at them blue collar men for a reason. It's personal. It's personal with them. She don't like the blue collar men. That's the one that break her off. She lowered her standards, quote unquote, that one time. And she tried to get him, and he was like, I don't believe it. And he was like, no. Right. Right. This dude, he make almost like $30 an hour. You feel what I'm saying? Like he not broke. He broke, quote unquote, in her mind because he don't got as much as her. But he not wanting for nothing. I'm telling y'all. That's what it is. Y'all. I listen. Listen. She mad at them blue collar men for something. And it sounds personal to me. Every time she say it, she get this look on her face like, nah. You know what I'm saying? They mediocre, like she be mad. Like she be big mad. And she be big mad. She be big mad at the blue collar men. She big mad. Cause how dare he? How dare he not want her? Oh my God. Y'all know that sound kind of true. That sound like that might have a ring to it. Ebony, is that what happened? You can level with me. Come in close. Is that what happened, girl? And did he turn you down? He was like, "Nah, I'm good, fam. You good, fam? No, I'm good. You good?" And that hurt your soul. You could tell. You could tell Auntie. You could tell Auntie Cream. Okay. Thank you, Esquire Sports 212 said Proverbs 31 Titus 2, not budging otherwise. Have people quoting scriptures when I'm out here on the front line 25 years now. I peep these chicks early. The ones who people say are quote unquote good women. Exactly. Thank you again, Ruben. It says she on that being Mary Jane, maintenance man energy. Okay. Thank you, Teresa. So a taught lesson in the bedroom is S&M behavior, and wait for it. They pay for that with their soul and money. Exactly. Thank you, Wiggy Wheels. So that involuntary reflex of contempt to that caller was very telling, but she would be the main one slumming with the pookies when nobody's looking. Thank you, Steppenwolf said fact. She wish he leveled up. Listen, it kind of got a ring to it though. I mean, I ain't saying it's gotta be like that. But I'm saying she feel a way about them blue collar men and that specific kind of man. Like she don't like that dude. Like that dude hurt her. And he didn't hurt her feelings. He hurt her ego. That's why she can't let it go. He did not hurt her feelings. He hurt her ego. And she'll never forgive it. All the men in that category get that energy from her now. She don't like it. She do not. How dare y'all, blue collar, non-socially ladder climbing, dirty jean, dirty Timbo, boot wearing Negroes turn her down. Don't you know she an AKA Skiwi and all that? Don't you know who she is? You need to be glad she even looked your way, boy. And you deny her? Oh, you gotta be kidding. That's the type of energy. Thank you, Stephanie will say, it's personal. She uses the same facial expression when she speaks of the same vocal intonation, all of it. No. Actually, no. That's not even the type of dude. He's not the criminal pookie dude. The dude she's mad at is a working class dude. He ain't going no jail. That dude don't commit no crimes. Nope, he a upstanding citizen. He do not commit crimes. He don't jack nobody. He don't sit around playing PlayStations. He don't sit around smoking blunts all day. Like, that is not what he do. Not what he do. That's not the dude. The dude is I'm telling you, he the working class dude. He not necessarily square either. Not a square. He out the hood. He got just enough of that. He not a square, although she don't mind squares, but he's not one. He's just a regular dude, and he work, and he go to work every day, and he blue collar work. He get dirty. He do the blue collar work, and he get dirty. Like he do that kind of work. Like he be sweating. You feel me? He don't smell too good after work. Like he do long shifts. Like this dude do 14-hour shifts. Like Whatever he do it for a long time. Like he do, he's the regular old brother. That's who this guy is. Okay, that's who she's mad at. He's not the criminal. He's not a pookie. He's not sitting around on the couch. He's not doing none of that. He's not a square. He's just a regular dude. He be in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He's from there, but he wasn't no hood booger or nothing like that. He wasn't a stick up kid. He wasn't none of that. Just a regular dude. He handsome. He got sense. He got work. He ain't running no streets. He ain't doing none of that. That guy hurt her soul because he wouldn't accept her. He wouldn't accept her. And she had lowered herself to try to be with him. And one of them dudes somewhere said no to that. And she been mad ever since. She been about mad ever since. Thank you, Sterling. Say you're right. She don't like us and we don't like her. Never. You see? And that's the type of dude. I'm telling you. Thank you, Tokyo. Sir. Elle be sniffing his work shirts. Like she listen. That's why she don't like y'all. Y'all little blue collar dudes. You know, like why she got a little vitriol for us, like a little special little vitriol. That's why. I think I'm on to something. I think I'm on to something low key. I might be on to something, but thank you. And thank you once again to the guys at 50 Shades of Big Mike. Nah, all jokes aside, I used to work at a junk removal company and women like her gave me the most play. You're definitely on to something about Lil Mouth. Yeah, Lil Mouth. Listen, Lil Mouth wanted one of them little men, man. One of the men kind of turned on, he was like, man, okay, like he ain't bad though. Like he's not a bad dude. He got good conversation. That surprised her. You feel me? He wasn't no dumb dude. He wasn't no idiot or nothing like that. I think I'm on to something low key. I think I'm on to something. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to wrap this up. So what I need y'all to do is jump down in the comment section. Get you dead set. She waiting for me outside. She gonna be too mad, yo. Too mad. Oh, man. I need y'all to jump down in the comment section. Y'all clowning now. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. All right. Go into the description box and hit the link for crimsoncure.com. Get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.